Strap in because we're flying 650 miles to the National STOL competition in Tennessee. But first we're landing here at Dwight Airport. There's no fuel or anything available here. I just saw the runway was 21 feet wide and I've never landed on anything that narrow before. A lot of people ask how pilots go to the bathroom. It's not that hard. You just walk up and open the door. Winds are calm, so we'll take off in the opposite direction we landed, even though that means we're taking off looking directly into the sun. Then we'll drop into Pontiac, Illinois. Still don't need fuel, just get bored flying for too long. Wasn't even that interesting. They had it locked up for the weekend. They had some geese. We'll go back out and give her the beans. We'll fly all the way up into Golden Hour, then we'll drop down into Central Illinois Regional Airport. We'll let Synergy Flight Center handle the fuel while we take the crew car out. Prairie Aviation Museum was closed, but they still had some nice jets out front. Then we'll head down to the Circle K where they have a pet wash for your convenience. Back at the airport, Golden Hour has given way to nighttime. We've got one more leg of that sweet night cross-country time before we drop it down in Casey, Illinois, where they got an almost life-size balsa wood airplane. But more importantly, this sweet airport couch that I racked out on until the sun came up. Which meant it's time to pack up our gear and say goodbye to the giant wood plane and jump into the small metal plane. Head on down to Ohio County, Kentucky Airport, where we'll top off the tanks so full that it's coming out the vents. And we'll head inside to the pilot lounge and check out the couch situation. Also have a Diet Mountain Dew and a Cliff Bar, which is not the breakfast of champions, but it's something. Plenty of airport couches here. I didn't have time to sit on all of them. So it's time for a final leg into Music City Airport, where they're already practicing for the competition the next day. They had an air boss handling the frequency, which is kind of like having the air traffic controller, but instead of instructions, he just issues like suggestions. He suggested a straight in for 1-7, and I thought that was pretty reasonable. STOL practice was taking place in the grass. You can see him taking off there. Follow if you want to see how this competition goes or if we make it home.